Septimius Severus rose to power during one of the darkest and most unstable moments in Roman history. When Emperor Commodus was assassinated, Rome spiraled into the year of the 5 emperors, a violent competition between generals, senators, and ambitious power seekers. But amid all the chaos, one man would rise above them all. A brilliant African-born commander who understood one truth: Rome could only be saved by strength. Severus was born in Leptis Magna, in modern Libya. Unlike most emperors before him, he was not from Italy, nor from an elite Roman family. His accent, his appearance, even his culture made him stand out in the traditional Roman world. But his ambition was limitless. He joined the Roman Senate, rose through ranks with quiet determination, and gained a reputation as a disciplined, ruthless, and exceptionally intelligent general. When Pertinax was killed and the throne was auctioned off by the Praetorian Guard, Severus saw his moment. He marched his legions toward Romanac, so bold that Rome had not witnessed anything like it since Julius Caesar. The Senate, terrified, quickly declared Severus emperor to avoid bloodshed. But Severus wasn't interested in just becoming emperor. He wanted to reshape the empire entirely. He dismissed the corrupt Praetorian Guard, replacing them with his own loyal troops. Then he turned his attention to his rivals, Licinius Niger in the east, and Clodius Albinus in the west. What followed was a brutal civil war that spanned continents. Severus defeated Niger in massive battles across Asia Minor, then crushed Albinus in Gaul. The Bodes counted in the tens of thousands, but Severus emerged as the undisputed ruler of Rome. Now in control, he began transforming the empire into a military powerhouse. Unlike the emperors before him who tried to balance military needs with political tradition, Severus embraced the legions as the true backbone of power. He raised their pay, increased their privileges, and openly declared, "Enrich the soldiers, and you will survive. Disregard them, and you will perish." Under his rule, the empire's borders grew stronger. He reinforced defenses, restored discipline, and brought stability to places that had long been unstable. He also returned to his homeland, Leptis Magna, where he built one of the greatest architectural projects of the ancient world, a gleaming Roman city rising from the sands of North Africa. But Severus was not just a builder, he was a conqueror. His most ambitious campaign took him to the far reaches of Britannia. There, he launched massive operations to subdue northern tribes that Rome had never fully controlled. The brutal terrain, unforgiving climate, and endless skirmishes took a heavy toll on the Roman army. Yet Severus continued to push forward, determined to carve his name in history as the emperor who pacified the untamable north. Age and illness, however, began to catch up with him. His body weakened, but his will remained iron. He brought his 2 sons, Caracalla and Gita, with him on campaign, hoping to train them as future rulers. What he saw instead was their bitter rivalry and growing hatred for each. A dura, dangerous omen for the future of the dynasty he hoped to create. Before his death in 211 AD, Severus left Rome with a final piece of advice: be harmonious, enrich the soldiers, and scorn all others. His sons ignored the first and embraced the second. The empire would soon plunge back into violence as Caracalla murdered Geta and stained Rome with civil blood. Yet the legacy of Septimius Severus remained. He was the first African-born emperor, the founder of the Severan dynasty, and one of the last great warrior empires who expanded Rome's power instead of managing its decline. His reforms strengthened the army, stabilized the government, and extended Rome's influence across continents. Though his sons would destroy much of what he built, Severus himself remains a towering figure, one of the last emperors who truly commanded the loyalty of the legions and reshaped the Roman world through sheer force of will.